Hey, what's going on, guys? Ian from MaddenSchool.com, and I'm really happy to announce that we just finished up our Madden 20 New Orleans offensive ebook. So this ebook has 45 plays in 6 formations, couple gameplay videos. I'm sure we'll continue to add on a little bit more as the year goes on, but I want to go over one sample play here found in the Gun Empty Y Saint formation, which we cover extensively in this ebook, and the play is called Saints Drags. So what we're going to do here is we're going to motion this running back who's lined up wide receiver into like the tight end position there and put him on a streak route. Then I like to double team the outside most rusher on the left. And then I'll put the tight end on the right on a block and release fade route. That gives us an extra block on the right since we are double teaming on the left. And the last thing is to put your circle receiver either on a smart routed out route or a smart routed in route. It's up to you. Here I'm going to leave him on the out route, and here we're going against the Tampa 2 defense first. What we're looking for is the wire triangle receiver to get wide open against this cover 2 defense. Now the great thing about this play is it's going to work even against those cover 2 defenses where they put a middle linebacker in a deep blue zone. Since we're attacking the sideline, that wire triangle receiver is still going to get wide open even with a deep blue zone over there. It's also incredibly difficult to use or defend because who's really running their middle linebacker all the way deep to cover that wire triangle receiver right from the get-go? And if he doesn't, the wire triangle receiver is just going to beat him right away. So all we're doing here is just waiting for him to get past the cornerback, lead passing to the right, and then making the catch. That's how it's going to look against a cover 2 defense. Just do it one more time. One thing I like to do with this play is to use the D-pad for the lead passing here. So instead of using the joystick on the left to lead pass, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and use the D-pad with the up, down, left, right buttons and just lead pass to the left using that. It makes it a little bit more precise and a little bit more to the left. Then we can just rack catch it and run it into the end zone. Now you might be noticing here that we are using one of our really good receivers in that wire triangle position. That's Mike Evans, and we're using him because he has a streak specialist ability. Now that's important because it can make this formation, the Gun Empty Y Saint formation, even more dangerous than it already is. So I'm going to show you Saints Drags. And now I'll go ahead and choose like a, let's do like a cover 2 man. So because we have a streak specialist receiver here, we can set it up the exact same way, and that wire triangle receiver is still going to get wide open. He's just going to chuck the guy off of him that is lined up against him. The safety still isn't going to get over there, and then it's just an easy pitch and catch. Still lead pass to the sideline. Notice how he just chucks the guy off of him. It's like he's not even covering him. And you're going to get the same result against any 2 high safety look that doesn't really rotate underneath or doesn't drop into a cover 4. So any sort of cover 2, whether it's cover 2 hard flats, cover 2 with soft squats, a cover 2 man, this wire triangle receiver should get open. Now, if it's just a cover 2 zone, it doesn't matter if this guy's an elite receiver, he'll still get open. If it's cover 2 man, you're going to need the streak specialist superstar ability for that wire triangle receiver to just throw his cornerback off of him and get open right away. So you can see how just absolutely effective this is against cover 2 man or cover 2 zone. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do against cover 2 or cover 3 or cover 4, as well as man-to-man defense. One thing to keep in mind with this, as I choose like a cover 3, is that you want to do this either in the middle of the field or on the right hash mark. That just gives that wire triangle receiver a little bit more room to work with. If we're on the left hash mark, it's really not going to work as effectively. So we're not always going to know whether it's a cover 3, cover 4. You know, we're not going to know what defense our opponent necessarily is in before we snap the ball. And this is where this beer circle receiver on the smart routed out route comes in handy. So we see it's cover 3, and then we can just hit this guy in that quick out route. I'll show that to you again. You know, it steps exactly the same, but you don't know necessarily whether it's cover 3 or cover 4, or, you know, it could be man-to-man for all we know. We have no idea. So we see that it's cover 3, and then we can just hit that. That is a timing route. It takes a little bit of practice to get the timing down. You throw it right before his break, and you have to make sure that the cornerback over there isn't in a soft squat or a cloud flat or anything like that, because then he will jump that and usually take it for a pick 6. But the read's pretty easy. You see if that cornerback drops back, see if the 2 safeties go high, instead of one going underneath and one rolling over. And then you just hit this. It's going to work the exact same against cover 4 as well. The last thing that you're going to notice is this RB receiver. He runs a really good route as well. So what you can do is you can turn this into kind of a levels or like a read concept here with the RB receiver coming in underneath and the B receiver coming in a little bit higher over the top. And the last thing you can do is then you can release, I'm not going to necessarily show you it well there, but you can release the tight end. Because what's going to happen a lot of times is someone's going to take their user and they are going to just run straight down the field or to the left because they're not going to see anything really shallow. They may also follow this RB receiver, and then you just release that tight end. And while it's not really going to work here, because he's not really going to follow the RB receiver, a lot of times the user will just absolutely torch to the left side of the field, and that's going to leave that release route to our tight end wide open. For the most part, though, the real reason we're even calling this play is because of these two receivers here, this little route combination we're doing against cover 2 man and cover 2 zone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Madden 20 New Orleans offensive ebook free preview. It's available now to our Madden School Unlimited members, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Until the next time, take care.